1. Tell me about yourself. My name is Ayman. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science and I have more than 24 years of experience in information technology at the Ministry of National Economy. I have experience in software development, database management, electronic archiving, and process automation. I also worked as a manager of the Management Information Systems Department, where I supervised employees and followed up on system development, technical support, and daily work. During my career, I worked on many electronic systems and developed the current complaints system called BAMNA. I also worked on electronic archiving systems and data exchange with other government institutions. I believe my technical and management experience and my knowledge of the ministry's departments will help me manage this department and improve its work. 2. Describe your work experience. My experience is directly and extensively related to most areas of the reception, archives, and documentation department. I developed the current complaints system, BAMNA, and worked closely with the complaints staff to follow up on its implementation and use. I also have experience in electronic archiving, databases, data analysis, and generating reports and performance indicators. In addition, I have experience working with various technology systems, developing systems, and automating procedures. I have also worked with different departments within the ministry, which has given me a good understanding of their work and the relationships between them. Therefore, I believe that my technical and administrative experience combined with my previous knowledge of complaints and archiving enables me to manage the department and develop its work in a practical and effective manner. 3. Why did you choose this position/department? I chose this department because my previous experience is directly related to its work. I developed the complaint system currently used by the ministry, and I have worked closely with the complaint staff. I also developed electronic archiving systems and worked with different departments across the ministry. In addition, I have administrative experience as the assigned director of systems and programs. Therefore, I believe that my technical, administrative, and practical experience will help me manage this department effectively and improve its documentation, archiving, and complaints procedures. 4. What is the role of the complaints department? The main role of the complaints department is to receive and document citizens' complaints in an organized and transparent way. We guide citizens on how to submit their complaints and fill out the complaint form. Then we register and classify the complaints and provide the necessary information to the responsible departments for follow-up and action. We also follow the complaints until they are closed, according to the approved procedures. In addition, we archive the complaints, maintain an organized database, and provide data and reports to management. The main goal is to make sure that complaints are properly documented, followed up, and closed in an organized and transparent way. 5. What is the role of the complaints unit? The main role of the complaints unit is to supervise the processing and follow-up of complaints and coordinate with the responsible departments to make sure that complaints are properly handled. The unit also decides whether to accept or reject complaints and make sure they are closed according to the rules and procedures. In addition, the unit monitors the work of its departments, prepares reports, and works on policies, plans, and improvements related to complaints. The main goal is to make sure that complaints are properly documented, followed up, and closed in an organized and transparent way. 6. What is the role of the Director of Documentation, Archiving and Reception? The main role of the director is to manage and supervise the reception, documentation, classification, and archiving of complaints. The director makes sure that the work is organized and follows the approved procedures. The director also supervises employees, follows their performance, provides data and information to the responsible departments, and oversees the database, reports, and complaint closing procedures. In addition, the director works to improve the process and use technology to make the work more efficient. The main goal is to make sure that complaints are properly documented, followed up, and closed in an organized and transparent way. 7. What would you do first as a manager? If I take over the department, I would first assess the current situation, understand the employees' roles, and organize the work and responsibilities clearly. Then I would review the previous complaints, especially delayed or unresolved complaints, and improve follow-up with the responsible departments. From a technical perspective, I would work on improving the complaint system, connecting it with the unified government system, and developing electronic archiving for complaints and their documents. My main goal would be to improve follow-up, documentation, efficiency, and the use of data and technology. 8. What would you add to the department? I would add three main things. First, better organization of the work with clear roles and responsibilities. Second, better follow-up by analyzing delayed and unresolved complaints and improving coordination with the responsible departments. Third, digital transformation by improving the complaint system, connecting it with the unified government system, and developing an electronic archiving system. The goal is to improve efficiency, follow-up, documentation, and the use of data and technology.